So if you think that non-max people aren't asked max question, you're very wrong. They would definitely ask you to make graph, right?
Hectic thing. It is very subjective. To a lot of people, this is very hectic. To some others, it is just hectic. So that part is there.
We also have a thing called Capson project, which is something post MBA programs. We have that in the fourth year. So
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gaurav Kumar. Today's episode is really special. I joined with three of my amazing best friends of BMS program at IIM Sirmaur. This podcast is for a student out there who wondering what is BMS program at IIM Sirmaur. Should you consider or not? What's the pros and cons? How does it compare with other IIMs or other BMS course with in other institute? We'll talk about everything. We'll try to cover everything honestly, the good part, the bad part. So let's start, guys. Guys, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Shamim. I'm from Kerala, and uh,
I am Harsh. I am from Indore.
Hi guys, I'm Ekam and I'm from Haryana.
Okay, so let's dive into the question. So Samim, what is BMS program at IIMS and more?
what is BMS program? अगर आप पूछोगे तो you know the IPM programs that are available at different IIMs like IIM Indore, IIM Rohtak, and IIM Ranchi. Now, when IIM Sirmaur wanted to get into this field, they thought ki IPM there is already that is there. Then there is this PG programs which prepare students after the PG. It takes a long time for that to happen. Now, what the IIM Sirmaur team thought was that we wanted a strong UG program. The students got into the workforce immediately after the UG is done, and that's how the Bachelor of Management Studies was formed in this college.
Okay, so let's talk about something else similar to hers. Why this BMS is like different from other BMS or BBA?
Yeah. So this BMS program is different from other BBA programs and other stuffs because in IIM a program is bound to be hectic. Second thing, it is bound to be diverse. You got to introduce to various new fields that you have never studied before. Apart from that, it actually pushes you to get your more interest in a particular subject which you can opt for your career dominance, right? You can have a career trajectory with this BMS program, while in other like programs BBA or other things, they are bound with the management, like you would being taught accountancy, economics, and other stuffs. Not the much, like you wouldn't be able to go to the various fields, but here you got to study philosophy, psychology, and like all people say many subjects that you have never thought of before. Think about having a programming language course in a BBA course, right? You got to study about programming. If now you find out that I have an interest in programming, then you can go with the advanced course doing it online. So yeah, it introduces you to the new course, but it doesn't provide you with the specialization in any of one, right?
So in 3 4 years, you are getting around 90 courses.
Yeah,
So
you
you
will.
get exposed to everything, and if you want to choose any of them, you are able to choose it.
Right. So next question is for all you guys. So why did you choose the BMS program at IIM Sirmaur? Yeah.
Sure. I think specifically I would talk about the part I was most excited about and even am today is that after spending 2.5 year in this campus, we would have the opportunity of 6 months having an internship or
Yeah.
going for foreign exchange. And I think even additionally, the course entirely is structured in such a way that it makes us industry ready.
Right.
So that was my reason.
And what about hers?
So my reason particularly was that I wanted to be in the IIM peer group. To be very honest, I actually have the mindset that in IIM people are really being talented, and you can see as they are talented. I don't know about me. Yeah. So people here are talented. You go to get to grow with them. Second reason was you have very good professors which can guide you in the career. You have people and like batchmates with whom you can start your own businesses and think about doing other stuffs that you may not find in some normal colleges. That's the part which made me join IIM Sirmaur.
Talking about me, I was a NEET aspirant in 11th and 12th grade, and suddenly I got this realization that just because I like biology doesn't mean that I should be practicing medicine. So then I got this, revelation kind of thing. There is this thing called IPMAT. I had registered for all the IPMAT exams, and what had happened was that I could not clear IPMAT Indore. I did go to IIM Ranchi, IIM Ranchi का interview. वहाँ पर भी I kind of did well. That interview preparation did help me in IIM Sirmaur ka interview preparation. That happened. Then I had also enrolled for IIM Bangalore's online course, online BBADB. That was there. But again, I missed that offline part that Harsh was talking about, the exposure that you're getting, the peer group that you're getting when you're with them 24/7. So that was there. Then I tried to join a BA English in a local college. But again, that did not give me the ambitious people that I wanted, the people who are so brilliant, like those who are sitting here. So then I got the IIM Sirmaur's offer letter, and I was really happy that at least I can get this peer group that I always wanted. And again, that is the reason that I'm here.
Uh, Amazing, guys. So let's go one step back, and after you choose or decide to get into the IIM Sirmaur, so what is the process to get into IIM Sirmaur at that time? And yeah, everybody know, like we did, like we gave this interview and came here. So let's talk about the interview. How was the interview, like experience? How was the interview experience?
So, like my interview experience was very different from others. My interview was actually long, right? So the interviewer asked me related to academic questions. He asked me very heavy academic questions related to economics. And also, I would like to give you a tip. Interview can be guided like how you speak to them. I guided them toward economics because I think economics was a good part of me.
Right.
Second thing, they asked me really good HR questions, right? So they asked me, if you got a chance to take a drop for IPMAT Indore, then would you take it? And would you not join IIM Sigma if we give you the offer? So yeah. Now the answer for this shouldn't be copied from anyone. It should be created by you or your own will, and you should think about them, right? Such type of question you shouldn't copy them, because if you copy them, they are professors, they have a very heavy experience, they will catch you right there on the spot, right? Third type of question that were asked to me was GK question. Now, guys, you need to be aware with the environment, what is going around you, because they believe if a manager doesn't know what is happening, how would he manage the organization? So you need to be aware of, because the basic aim of an IM program is to craft managers, right? So you should be aware about the opportunities available to you with the news, maybe the global business news, inflation rate, repo rate, and other economic stuffs. Even if you are from PCM background, they would ask you these questions,
Right.
right? So it shouldn't be like a very new thing for you. It would take time. So start reading some English newspaper daily. That would be one tip from my side. Like my interview actually went well. I guided them, so I was sure about getting in with my interview experience.
What about you, Ekam?
I think for me, the interview started with an introduction, and it was a very weird good cop and bad cop situation for me. So, there were two professors. One was immediately impressed with my extracurriculars, while one was slightly showing a rejecting face. So, we started with my introduction. They asked me my favorite subject, which was economics. They asked rapid fired me on questions for economics, and at one point, they were like, okay, you know the answers, but why are you so nervous about them? Other than that, I think towards the end, they did ask me if there are any other extracurriculars or anything else about me that I would like to mention. So, yeah, I think that was about myself. And a tip I would like to give is, yeah, be prepared, have a good introduction at hand because it really flows how your interview is going to go next.
Right. KP, what about you?
Okay, when it came to mine, I was asked a lot of biology questions which I was not expecting at all. A lot of them were scientific names. ये है rose, rose का scientific name बता. ये है potato, इसका scientific name क्या है? So I was expecting कि ये एक business kind of course है. So they wouldn't be like so concerned about my biology background. I had PCMB, maths plus biology as well. Then they also ask questions from maths as well. It's like SAP questions. To be very specific, they ask what is the differentiation of x log x.
Oh.
हाँ, तो मुझे लगा कि ओके आई डोंट नो, आई मीन at this time I cannot do it. ऐसे बहुत सारे questions I answered that way as well. I answered very confidently कि I don't know, or the reason why I don't know, and at this point of time maybe I don't know, I don't remember. मतलब बहुत confidence से मैंने किया. I think a lot of questions, majority of questions I could not handle, but the way I responded to them was in a very confident and a very respectful manner. I think the only reason I got in was because I handled the communication part effectively.
I would like to add something. So, as I am from non-maths background, so if you think that non-maths people aren't asked maths question, you're very wrong. They would definitely ask you to make graph, right? I was asked to make modulus function ka graph. They would give you some handy questions and tell you to prepare the graph. So be prepared with the notebooks and other stuff. Second thing, you should be prepared how to handle a no answer. You can't answer everything. So come up with something. Like I would, sir, that was a very nice question. I would definitely Google it up. Yeah, I did that. So I'm telling you.
तूने करा था?
हाँ, yeah.
Okay, good भाई.
Same. If you are a non-economic student, don't feel like economics questions नहीं आएंगी. Basics questions like GDP, GNP, ये सब
Yeah,
आ
that's very
जाएंगे.
basic
So be
question.
prepared. You don't know what professor you get. If you get a math professor, math questions ही ज़्यादातर पूछे जाएंगे. If you get an economics professor, somehow economics will creep in. So be prepared for all of that.
So, guys, now let's give them a real taste of IIM Sirmaur. So, how is the campus life here? How is the academics, faculty, peer group? So, Hers.
So let's be very honest. As you guys know, I would rate a solid 3 for the IIM Sirmaur's infra out of 5. Yeah. Infra is lagging behind. I could bet it on it. But the
main
fact
campus,
is,
we have main
campus is being built, right? So, like in the future, it would definitely get improved. You have some basic facilities. Like, if you compare it with your local college, you may think, yeah, things are good. But when you compare it with some good league colleges, you would feel like it is lagging behind, right? In terms of infra. But infra lags behind, but the professor doesn't. So the professors are very knowledgeable, right? They have a very good vast experience. They know how to teach, right? But you should know how to study. Okay. So you shouldn't be dependent on the college for your career trajectory. It should be you deciding your career trajectory.
All right.
Because at last, it's not about the college you get in; it's about the life you craft out of it. Yes. The infra is solid 3 out of 5. The professor are 5 out of 5. The peer group is better than 5 out of 5, right? The peer groups are really good. People here are ready to help. The committees are good. Even though we have less committees, the committees are being formed, right?
But that's the advantage, you know.
Yeah,
Like
that's the
we are
advantage.
forming our committee. So we have some sort of like advantage to create our own, to make the committee, they make the rules by own. So that's advantage. Like we make our committee, cultural committee. So all the rules and regulation, code of conduct set by like by own. So that's the good thing, you know.
Yeah. The good part is you are the one who would be laying the brick.
Yeah.
Right? That's the good part. I definitely agree with it. But the disadvantage is you wouldn't be having the house to relax in. And it is never there in any of the college, right? So you don't need to have relax. And current situation of IIM Sirmaur wouldn't let you relax.
Yeah.
I think again I would like to add on to Gaurav said that we do have an opportunity to build everything on our own. So in terms of campus life and college life in general, I think it comes with its own struggles and good things. So I think that being the first batch here, I think summarizes our experience in terms of hostels, food, and campus life, even committees.
In my opinion, to get a true taste of what these guys are talking about, you have to be here, right? You cannot really explain all of those in mere words, but still, you might feel like the hectic thing. It is very subjective. To a lot of people, this is very hectic. To some others, it is just hectic. So that part is there, and
But hectic is there.
then
Yeah,
there
heck
is this
is
quote.
there.
There is this quote that says, Dr. Sanjana ma'am, who told to us, she's a professor. She was a professor of ours in the semester one. She told me ki a lot of people say कि 90% of the learning happens outside the classroom. She told कि 99% of the learning happens outside the classrooms. So to feel that you cannot just judge based on the academic curriculum that you're getting, you also have the peer group, and then you also have the environment that is being built around. Then there is also the community, the what do you say, the peer groups that are formed. Then there is the clubs that have to be formed yet, right? So like we will be building this together. Even the next batch, we won't see them as like the junior senior gap would be very minimal,
Yeah.
because it would be all of us just trying to make this place a better place, right?
So even we talk about, like, we talk a lot about the professors and curriculum. So let's talk about the academics. So how was the academics?
So the curriculum here is actually good if you want to get introduced to new subjects. When you are like trying to find out कि यार मुझे टैक्सेशन में जाना है या फाइनेंस में जाना है या मार्केटिंग में जाना है एंड मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा है मुझे कहाँ जाना है, ठीक है. So you would get to have a taste of each and every subject, and then you can decide what is the thing that gives you that kick, right? So that's the best part about the curriculum. The curriculum is designed to be introductive and not specialization, right? So apart from the curriculum, if you think about how would the curriculum help you in career, the only thing I think that the first year has taught me is managing myself and time, how to pass exams in one day, right? Like it would kick you to use your brain better. Then you have to decide by your own कि यार this thing gives me a kick, I would like to work on it. बिकॉज खुद का करिकुलम खुद को बनाना पड़ेगा. जो नॉर्मल करिकुलम वो तो 150 बच्चों का चले गई, एंड हियर ईच एंड एवरी वन वॉन्ट्स टू स्टैंड आउट. ये बंदा कुछ अलग कर रहा होगा, ये बंदा तो कुछ अलग कर रहा है. सो यू हैव टू डिसाइड कि तुम्हें क्या अलग करना है. सो करिकुलम तुमको खुद का डिज़ाइन तो करना ही पड़ता है, बट आई एम सिरमौर का जो करिकुलम है वो तुम्हें टाइम मैनेजमेंट सिखा देगा, क्रिएटिव थिंकिंग सिखा देगा, चीज़ों को फ्रस्ट्रेशन में कैसे रहते हैं वो भी सिखा देगा.
सब्जेक्ट हमारे पास इतनी डाइवर्स है.
हाँ,
हम पूरी लाइक डाइवर्सिटी ले रहे हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ सब्जेक्ट्स. वी हैव पीएल, प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज, बिजनेस लॉ, philosophy, economics, psychology, OC, all those stuff.
Even we had a subject like oral communication. So people may think why would the IIM student need it? ये तो इंटरव्यू दे के आए, इनको कम्युनिकेशन तो आती होगी. बट trust me, that subject was the best subject I think I had. It has really good projects, right? People got the chance to become some other characters and display their actual communication skills. In one day a class, ma'am suddenly came up with a bottle and called out student to sell the bottle. So it was really a good experience to have in oral communication
इवन
class.
हमारे लाइक नेक्स्ट थर्ड सेमेस्टर में फ्रेंच भी है.
Yeah.
सो इट विल बी लाइक बेटर फॉर एक्सचेंज प्रोग्राम.
And the classes, some classes are not so boring, like I can't say for the all, because some classes are very much like interactive. You get to interact with your peer group. There are activities which let you interact with each other.
It's a mix of everything.
Yeah.
You can't say that none of the classes are boring. There are also boring classes.
Some
There
classes
also
are
interesting
so boring.
classes. You can never get everything to be right.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
I mean, there will be subjects that you'll be like, I wish we didn't have them. But again, I think with the projects, even every subject start to make sense. So we had a business law class, and we do have a project
Yeah.
coming up this week. So even though it did not make sense initially, I think with how the projects are structured, how our marketing course is structured, I think things do make sense in hindsight.
So let's go to the another question, guys. So would you recommend the BMS program at IIM Sirmaur to others
Okay.
who are watching this video?
So let's rephrase the question. It is like, is IIM Sirmaur worth it or not? The BMS program at IIM Sirmaur worth it or not?
Bro got
so-
so real.
So the worthiness of the college cannot be decided by anyone. So if I suggest you to come in this program, please do not come. If somebody suggests you to go in any of the other program, please do not go there. Go with your own mindset. When you think, is it worth it for me? Yeah, I am suitable for this. I will go there. I need to do this. I need to start a business. I need to find good people out there for my business. Then you can come here. I've already told you, IIM Sirmaur can provide you a good foundation. It would provide you a access from where your plane can launch. But the worthiness of a college cannot be decided by anyone until and unless you come here and then you get the worth out of it. Right? Each and every college has its own worth. कोई लोकल कॉलेज में जाके भी अच्छा प्लेसमेंट निकाल लेगा एंड कोई अच्छे कॉलेज में जाके भी नहीं निकाल पाता है. So the worthiness of college is not something
It's
to
like
be
Bhavesh
decided.
Shah says, the founder of Afterboards, you may have
Afterboards.
heard of him, कि वो बोलता है कि your college is your y-intercept, उसके बाद how you grow is it's up to you. So it gives you a boost, it gives you the environment, then it's up to you how much you are able to use it.
What?
I think I would say if you are a person who takes every opportunity, so there are opportunities all around, even at this college. So if you are one of those people who will grab them at the first, this is the place for you.
So guys, तुम लोगों ने वीडियो में बहुत ज़्यादा रिलेशन स्पेशल के बारे में बात की है. So can you tell about the guys the क्या?
Okay, there are like two schools of thoughts. पहला school of thought है कि you should have at least some kind of realization, do some tangible skill. Now the problem that these kinds of people connect to this adversity presents the problem it has is that when you come for the BMS, you're learning around 90 to 100 courses, or sabka you're just learning the basics. Just know the basics. You know little of every subject. You have no good idea in depth about any subject. So that means that you don't have any tangible skill, right? That is one kind of feeling or worry that a lot of people have. But there is also another school of thought which says that the later that you specialize, the better it is for you. There are a lot of researchers suggesting that you should do a lot of generalization and then tend to specialize. So this is the two school of thought we are talking about. Now, one thing by experience, जैसे कि इसने बताया कि there are certain subjects कि जिसमें आपका interest मत चलता है. Similarly, in my case, what happened? I think I'm starting to like economics. So far in my life, I have never had economics right, as a subject. But now I've got this feeling that economics is something that I should be studying. There are a lot of use cases, there are a lot of ways, it is helping me. Even यहाँ पर छोटे मोटे businesses चल रहे हैं in our campus. Even in that, मुझे लगता है ये concept apply हो सकता है, ये concept apply हो सकता है. So मैं in a way that I'm able to understand world in a better way, right? That is there. Even business laws I'm starting to like. Again, मैं यहाँ नहीं आता, तो there would have been absolutely no way कि I would have been exposed to business laws or law in general. So when I have interest in business laws, ये इसीलिए पता चला कि I am there. Now that same thing is going to happen with the long run domain. So you are able to discover yourself, you are able to understand yourself better. So those type of really छोटी-छोटी values है ना, ये ऐसे चीजें, इसका monetary value नहीं है. You cannot like assign a price to it. You are able to better recognize yourself. You are able to better understand yourself. Right.
So there is a saying, jack of all trades, master of none, but still better than that one. So I believe in that. That is the reason people better than one. Like there could be a person who could be specialized in just one domain. Right? Think about कि गौरव को फाइनेंस बहुत अच्छे से आता है. Think about hypothetical situation कि गौरव को फाइनेंस बहुत अच्छे से. But क्या गौरव को मार्केटिंग नहीं आता? अगर सपोज गौरव एक बिजनेस स्टार्ट कर रहा है, इफ उसको हल्की सी भी मार्केटिंग आती हो, वो उसके फाइनेंसिस को तो बहुत अच्छे से मैनेज कर लेता है, बट उसका हल्का सा पिंच आउट हो कि यार कंज्यूमर की साइकोलॉजी क्या है, कंज्यूमर को क्या पसंद है, तो उसके बिजनेस बहुत ज्यादा स्केल कर सकते, राइट? सो ये प्रोग्राम ना ऐसे हर एक सब्जेक्ट से इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहा है. अब उसमें से एक चीज होगी जो तुम्हें अपनी बेटर करनी है, वो तुम्हें डिसाइड करनी है. बट दिस वुड मेक यू अ जैक ऑफ ऑल ट्रेड्स, master of none, but still better.
If you want to actually specialize, if you continue for the fourth year, you have exit option after year. The fourth year you have electives. Now you can choose all the electives on the exactly the same subject that you want to specialize. So if you want specialization, वो भी हो सकता है.
Okay, Samim, our fourth year. क्या क्या करियर अपॉर्चुनिटी है जब तुम थर्ड ईयर के बाद छोड़ोगे या फोर्थ ईयर के बाद छोड़ोगे क्या ऑप्शंस है
I think
सब बच्चे को डेफिनेटली
I think after third year, of course, after 4 years, there is an option. I think which is the best part of the program that you get an year to specialize in a field while you spend 3 years. It's like generalizing in all subjects and knowing where you fit. You have the fourth year to learn what exactly you want to do in the future. So yes, I think once you have, we also have a thing called Captain Project, which is something post MBA programs. We have that in the fourth year. So I think for those 3 years, we have learned every bit of it. So fourth year, we have specialized in what we wanted. So I think at the end of fourth year, surely our prospects for both on campus and off campus placements would improve.
What year on you after the third year and the fourth year only you do for it.
I think that remains a question. I'm still figuring it out.
अभी
But again, I think even continuing for the fourth year and then entering the corporate is a great option.
So, like, Sammy, would you like to answer? Like, what we have the key? क्या options are हमारे पास after fourth year or after doing this college, after completing this course? So,
when you really think of it, can you exit after the first year also, second year also? This may prospects me another. And maybe let's come to the third year. After the third year, if you are exiting, primarily you have two options. Number one, you could go for an MBA, you go with CAT, you get it cracked, then you can join even other firms or any other good reasons. So that is there after the third year. The other thing you could do is that you don't really have to rely on placements. Again, I would like to go to Sanjana here. Professor Sanjana, who we had in the last semester. So a lot of us were like discussing about the uncertainties involved in placement. कि सबका अच्छा नहीं लगता है, it happens everywhere. So a lot of people are worried about कि placement कैसे होगा. Okay, we are also the first batch. That is there. So we will be the one to handle. We will be having the first placement committee and everything. So कैसे? But this worry was there. And she was like, "Why are you so obsessed with the placement from the campus itself? If you have the IIM brand, if you have the skills, we able to figure it out." Even when I go to LinkedIn, if you go to the job section and you go to the place, you select the place, like you search your skill or you search your position, you'll get a lot of options. Like Kalu business great manager in UAE, so 4,000 options came on. So if you have the skills for that particular job, if you're able to prepare well, you will be able to figure it out yourself. Right? That is there. So even after the third year, if you do well job in that, you'll be able to get a job for you. That is there. Now after the fourth year, there is on-campus placement assistance. This is the first year. Then we are the first batch. Okay. All of that, it's up to us. कि हम कितने effort in placement डालेंगे, how much of we will be able to like push it forward. So that is there. That the on-campus placement is there. Placement assistance. Then we also have like you again, like I told with the third year के बाद you can find it yourself. Fourth year के बाद you could find a better opportunity, maybe a better opportunity than the on-campus placement assistance. To see the better opportunity, you may be able to figure it out with your skill. Then again, after the fourth year, also you could go for an MBA. After the MBA, it's it for a in the fourth year, if you get 8 CGPA to soft.
yeah, the 8 CGPA.
If you have the 8 CGPA, you can go for it. But बहुत सारे लोग करना नहीं चाहेंगे. You have the option to go to the ABCs from CAT. People would prefer writing CAT.
Still, like, so still option is there, but scoring 8 CGPA at IIM is tough.
It's tough. If a person is able to do that, that person will also be able to crack it. Most one.
Yeah. Also, apart from India, there are countries which prefer 4-year degree, right? So this program having a 4 year, is actually a good benefit for the people who want to go outside the country to study, right? If you are looking for the foreign MBA colleges, then you could go with the 4 year as well, as many of the foreign universities prefer a 4 year degree, right? And even the ISP can exam prefer a 4 year degree, if I'm not wrong, right? So there are many other colleges in the foreign that prefer a 4 year degree. Now there are some exams like reciprocal scholarship and other exams which can help you get a good foreign college. Also, the international exchange program in the 3rd year would actually provide that students who are looking forward to going outside of the country or looking for the prospect in future could go for it. And it would give them a very good exposure of the world outside our country, right? So you can look forward to that as well. People, you like to add something?
I think I said what I wanted to say. Again, there are so many options. I think it is up to us to what we decide for ourselves.
Actually, I already told it, right? There need to be a curriculum crafted by you for you. That's the thing you need to do. जैसे कि अमित सर बोलते हैं, yeah, we rely on the system. We create a system. We need all of this. This could provide you in the foundation, maybe the कच्चा रोड पक्का वाला तुम्हारा है.
If you जैसे कि हम ऑप्शंस के बारे में अभी बोल ही रहे हैं, राइट नाउ इन माय माइंड आई हैव की तरीके के बात या फिर कुछ भी, सो इट्स अप टू यू इफ कैसे चूज करना चाहते हैं आप. In my mind, what I'm planning right now is that I'm looking at all the options that are available. Maybe going do something after the 3rd year or the 4th year, then gain the work experience, then get the gap. Maybe in subjects like principle of management, I say we are taught you can lead a team like this kind of integration, that kind of work. People focus, and when terms like these are used, you feel like you need work experience to understand them. Sometimes it feels, I mean, it is subjective. Really, I know that, so there is 150 people, 150 different kind of subjective opinions they have about it. So maybe I'm just giving you a taste of what happens in one person's mind. Maybe I'm like that, maybe I should have a work experience, and then so well, maybe I have just a single opinion enough, but on the table.
जाकर इससे बस तुम्हें सिर्फ एक आइडिया मिलेगा.
So, always thank you for being here. It's really honest and fun, and I hope it's really helpful for them. And so, thank you so much, guys. Hope you find it informative. If you like it, like, share with your friend, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.